Howdy, this is Richard Keene, just my third YouTube video, just continuing a little bit further. Again, I'm a professional coach and I help people with their own situations in life to feel better, about themselves, to create better income as a result of that, to help solve wherever they're stuck. Just a little advertisement or whatever. My current client, after working with her for about 3 months, all of a sudden, as she started feeling better, she started losing a lot of weight. And over the next 3 months, she lost 38 pounds and feels dramatically happier and lost 38 pounds, which is not a bad thing. And we never discussed weight. This just came from feeling better. So, and again, what I'm looking at sharing is information that should be, for quite a few people, I think, helpful. Unfortunately, if you look at what's happening in the world, anyway, trying to make if we are all happier, we'd be less worried about all the other garbage and everything would be better. So the point of these videos is how do you self-mastery, how do you do that? People make that statement, you need to love yourself first. Well, hopefully this will give some clues. One of the things I'm going to talk about in this video is negative self-talk. In one of the books, I heard it was a very, very good book. And then I finally got it and started reading it. Was the book called The Four Agreements. If you have negative self-talk, I highly recommend it. And I would recommend that you get it and read 3 to 5 minutes every day for a period of 6 months. And what that will do is that'll rewire all your thinking. It'll make the negative thinking more apparent. And then you'll see it also as, I see it as like an internalized abuse, so if it happens for you, it can be punishing. That would happen for me. I was hypercritical or very self-critical. Other people may not have that, but I know some people do have that. And I definitely used to have that. I don't really have it that much anymore, but that took some time and some effort. But if you don't work through that, it makes it very, very difficult to create a happy life. So I recommend that book, the Four Agreements, and get it. Helps you uncover learning how your belief systems, and whenever you believe that you finally make an agreement, like let's say when you're younger, you're taught that you should be kind. Let's say you're 4, 5, 6 years old, you're being taught that. And so you either agree to something or you don't agree. More than likely, age 4, 5, 6, 7, you agree to the idea I should be kind. And we get that. You have an inner judge that's watching you, or inner critic that's observing whether you're matching where you're supposed to be. So you have an agreement, I'm supposed to be kind. If I am kind, your inner critic's saying, okay, good, you are kind, you did good there. But if you have a slip and you're not matching the standards of your inner critic, then there's this gap and this negative self-talk, which is extremely punishing. So when we're looking for life being better, but if this is occurring, it makes it pretty hard for life to be better. That'll wear you out. That'll exhaust you. So it's learning that this mechanism of doing that is extremely damaging, and recognizing that this is actually unfair to yourself. So I think seeing it occurring and becoming aware that that's not actually fair to yourself, and it's damaging. It doesn't hurt doesn't help you. And there's other ways to make adjustments to what you're doing, but not in a self-critical, self-damaging way. You can say, okay, that I didn't do that as good as I'd like, but see it with compassion and support. Like, okay, I made a mistake. Fair enough. I'm not perfect. And approach it from compassion and support to yourself. So again, this is an internal process of rewiring how you're being with yourself, okay? And when people say it's not supposed to be corny, you're supposed to be your own best friend, this is not corny. This is like, let's say if you have an owner's manual for your car, your owner's manual says you should change the oil every 5,000 miles. And if you don't do that, and you drive 120,000 miles on it and you have a problem, then you ignore the owner's manual. This is like an owner's manual for being alive. And, so one of the things, changing the oil on the car, that's important to help the car run good. If you got a lot of negative self-talk, that's like draining the oil out of the car and dumping rocks in instead. So now the car doesn't run very well because you got rocks in the engine, okay? So this is not complicated stuff. So if you're being self-critical, you're not the only person who's done that, but you're not actually being useful to yourself. You're not helping. You want to work past that, and that Four Agreements book is something I found extremely, extremely valuable. Like this video if you like it, share it with people, add a comment, subscribe, and we'll talk to you later. I hope this is helpful. Thank you.